He's the coldest killer in the cosmos. Few warriors in the Dragon Ball universe have a reputation as deadly as Vegeta's.
Welcome to the end of your life, and I promise it's going to hurt.
So today, we're diving into every kill on Vegeta's record, from his earliest rampages as a villain to the moments he fought for something more than just his pride. It's time to tally up the casualties left in the wake of one of the last remaining Saiyans. And boy, does Vegeta start off strong. The first time we're introduced to the insane Saiyan, he and Nappa have just completed a legendary killing spree on some unfortunate unknown alien world where they're contemplating going to a new planet, Earth.
Maybe we should go teach those Earthlings a lesson.
A waste of time. Then again, I am curious. Those Dragon Balls caught my interest. If we can get our hands on those 7 Dragon Balls, we can wish for anything we want.
The allure of the Dragon Balls may be strong, but not as strong as his desire for destruction, which leads him and Nappa to another planet called Arlia. Wanting to annex the planet before selling it to the Frieza Force, Vegeta starts at the top, targeting King Moai's prize fighter, Lasoi.
Let's make short work of these repulsive creatures. Yes, we'll test the big one with the shiny head against our champion. The little one won't put up much of a fight, I'm sure. Teach them a lesson. I'll see that you retire a wealthy man if you can defeat both of them.
I guess that makes you the new champion, Vegeta.
And of course, Vegeta makes Lasoi look more like a chump than a champion, sparking the king to deploy the rest of his ruthless royal soldiers to save his pride.
Bring on that cricket brigade of yours.
Take a good look at my elite royal guards.
Was that it? It felt good. Real refreshing.
Guards, attack! Destroy them!
I know it's kind of his whole shtick, but how overpowered is this guy? He can summon a force field as well as obliterating you where you stand. I wouldn't want to be an Arlean Royal Guard right now, that's for sure. Or any time, for that matter. Nappa deals with the rest of the guards whilst the king scrambles and releases his biggest threat yet.
So, it's the old giant bug in the ground trick.
Hey, he says it best. The giant bug he's speaking of is Yeti, and if the king thinks this will change anything, I'd like to remind him the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Nappa scorches the beastly bug from existence whilst Vegeta focuses on the fleeing king, sending a rock ripping right through him, riddling Arlia of their ruler.
No! Impossible!
Coward.
Please, don't hurt me! No!
Bearing in mind that this is a little side mission before he goes to Earth, it's kind of crazy that Vegeta has already piled up 10 bodies here, but it's not enough, it never will be. And he and Nappa aren't quite finished with Arlia. With the planet now in their hands, the pair soon realize that it kind of sucks. It's just a place of rubble where a few insects live. They figured they couldn't give the place away even if they tried, so what do? Turn it to dust.
This planet has a serious bug problem.
My darling!
Atla! Atla, my love!
My darling!
There's nothing like a little fireworks when you say goodbye. I think we've made the universe a cleaner place today.
Vaporizing a planet and killing thousands is a quick afternoon stroll in Vegeta's mind, especially when he and Nappa easily kill that many when they finally land on Earth.
What was that?
There's like 2,000 people in that skyscraper alone. Then you got damage to other buildings, a whole tower collapsing on people. Just on arrival, they kill over 4,000 people. Talk about first impressions. So in just getting to Earth, Vegeta has claimed what, 5,894 souls? And that's being conservative, mind you. Maybe the Z fighters are taking on more than they realize. When you go through enemies like Vegeta does, it makes sense that he has some ready-made opponents to work through in the form of Cybermen. They're also vegan friendly as well, since they're basically plants. So now on Earth and wanting to put their opponent's strength to the test, Vegeta and Nappa plant and grow some Cybermen.
Isn't that cute.
Those little veggies sure can fight, but when Tien shows up, they're soon put in their place.
Wow, thanks.
Impossible.
Now seeing the Cybermen is obsolete, Vegeta shows what real power looks like and splatters the loser.
That one's getting back up.
Vegeta?
He wasn't of any use to us anymore.
But he was alive.
This guy really has no empathy or remorse, does he? Totally cold-blooded. Well, that's nothing in comparison to the next kill on his count. Over the course of the next few episodes, Nappa goes on an all-out assault across Earth, which leads him to lock horns with Goku whilst Vegeta watches from the sidelines.
This guy's no problem for Goku.
I'm through with you! Kakarot!
Here goes.
Huh?
Yeah, Nappa's got no chance. After Goku absolutely schools Nappa in their fight, the once proud Saiyan brute is left crawling on the ground like a wounded animal.
How in the world did he do that?
I really don't know.
I can't move my legs.
Beaten, humiliated, and desperate, Nappa turns to Vegeta and begs for his help.
Vegeta, give me your hand. I can't get up. Thank you.
Sure, it's the least I can do, Nappa. Maybe you won't be such a disappointment when you're dead.
But as we all know, Vegeta don't do mercy.
No, Vegeta!
No hesitation, no remorse, just boom, gone. Years of supposed friendship, battles, and bloodshed literally going up in smoke. It's cold, it's brutal, but hey, it's also Vegeta. To him, Nappa was a failure, and failures in Vegeta's world don't deserve to live. I guess that kills enough to keep Vegeta satisfied for a while, as we've got a little jump to our next one. Having been beaten by the Z Fighters, but overhearing the Earth's Dragon Balls are now on Namek, Vegeta heads to the alien planet to retrieve them for himself.
There's nothing I want more than to return to Earth. A little visit to Kakarot. First to planet Namek. I need to pick something up.
Now, a little while ago, I mentioned that Vegeta was in cahoots with the Frieza Force. Well, since then, he's kind of turned his back on them. Well, guess what? They're after the Dragon Balls as well. And a member of the Force confronts Vegeta about his treacherous plan.
I hear you took quite a beating recently. You couldn't even take over one measly planet.
Drop it, Kui.
Frieza isn't too happy with your attitude, Vegeta.
Just let Frieza try to do something about it. Now get your hand off me.
You're biting off more than you can chew. Nobody survived a fight with Frieza.
Enough! Tell me where Frieza has run off to hide.
Planet Namek.
If I don't beat him to the Dragon Balls, then I'll never be able to defeat him.
Thanks to Kui spilling the beans, Vegeta knows that Frieza is closer to the Dragon Balls than he is, so the Saiyan Prince must act fast. Also, side note, how cocky is Kui? I mean, listen to this though.
Just give up, because you will never get those Dragon Balls. Frieza will most certainly find them first.
I can't give up!
Wait!
Hey, at least Kui sparks Vegeta into action. This isn't the last we see of Kui though, as when Vegeta lands on Namek, the Purple Menace is already there and tries to foil Vegeta's plot.
It's about time. Took him long enough.
So nice to see you, Vegeta. You have no idea how much I've looked forward to this. When I would get to wipe that smug little smirk off your face, you should have never defied Lord Frieza.
Considering Kui knows Vegeta well, it's kind of crazy to me how confident he is.
Kui, You just don't get it, do you? It's time Lord Frieza started bowing to me.
You turned on Frieza and you'll pay for it with your life.
I know Frieza masks everyone's powers and stuff, but at worst, Qui was going to be Vegeta's equal. But again, as we know, he is far, far superior.
Your power level was never anywhere near mine.
Do you really believe that you can keep up with my experience in battle? I've been to the brink of death and back again. You've been hiding behind the shield of Frieza.
22,000? I've never seen a reading that high.
If I was Qui, I'd be leaving as fast as I came whilst apologizing and giving Vegeta my wallet and soul. I'd rather live a coward than die as a hero. What path will Qui choose?
I thought of a great idea. I could join forces with you. With both of us working together, we could take Zarbon and Dodoria no problem. Think about it, Vegeta. We know each other's moves like the back of our hands.
Your cowardice makes me sick.
See, he chose the smart I won't get vaporized option. Now all you have to do is go.
Look, it's Frieza.
What?
Okay, now we're firmly back in the I am toast zone.
What happened to all that confidence you had built up for yourself? Goodbye. See you in hell, Queen.
More colorful and explosive than toast, actually. Qui thought he was clever and paid the price for it. This one's probably one of the more satisfying kills on Vegeta's catalog. The Namekian saga doesn't end there, though. After culling Qui, Vegeta continues his search for the Dragon Balls, which leads him into the path of another member of the Frieza Force, Dodoria. Unlike Qui, Dodoria knows nothing of Vegeta's plan and was busy trying to catch Gohan and Krillin, who were protecting a Namekian villager.
Gohan! He's closing in!
Just makes killing them all the more fun.
Dodoria loses the trio and in defeat heads back to base. But before he can, he's struck back down to Earth by a rampant Vegeta.
Vegeta. It's been a long time, Dodoria.
But, just like Qui, Dodoria vastly underestimates Vegeta and tries to bully him off Namek. Good luck with that.
Vegeta, before I start pounding you to a bloody pulp, here's the deal. If you agree to leave this planet right now, I might be willing to overlook your foolish arrogance this time.
So you have lost your scouters. How will you and Zarbon ever find Frieza's backside to stick your noses in it?
Oh, I'm actually writing that one down. You don't expect someone that powerful to be that funny. I mean, I know I didn't. Not sure Dodoria sees the funny side of things, though. Especially when Vegeta destroys the last scouter on Namek.
Oh, what are you doing? Are you insane? That was the last scouter on the planet!
Dodoria, for someone so pink, sees red and tries to blast Vegeta into next week. But his timid attacks do no damage and Vegeta ties him in knots.
Are you ready to believe it now? It's the true might of a Saiyan warrior.
Now at breaking point and his death almost certainly sealed, Dodoria lets slip a secret about Frieza and the Saiyan race, which buys him more time.
Too bad Frieza won't save you this time.
Please don't do this to me! I can help you! I know what really happened to your home world!
What's this? Planet Vegeta was destroyed. It's gone forever. Start talking!
Fine. Frieza told you it had been struck by a massive meteorite. That was a lie.
A literal bombshell keeps Dodoria alive as he explains to Vegeta what really happened to the planet that gave him his name.
It was Frieza that destroyed your planet, along with the entire Saiyan race. Frieza had been using the Saiyans to do his dirty work for years. They were also relatively easy to control. While Frieza could still easily defeat any Saiyan, several extraordinary fighters were beginning to emerge. Your pride was making you arrogant, too arrogant. He feared that the collective strength of your race might pose a threat to his power. The threat was eliminated.
Having heard the truth about the destruction of his home planet and his race, and with Dodoria no longer being of use, Vegeta unleashes a grief-filled fury that is the first step towards revenge.
You will pay for your part in this, but I want you to know I do this because you thought you could make the Prince of Saiyans a slave to your whim! Frieza, your downfall will be at the hands of a Saiyan.
Whilst you could argue that the deaths of Queen Dodoria were quote-unquote deserved, when Vegeta targets a Namekian village that's said to be hiding a Dragon Ball, there is nothing but needless bloodshed.
I love it! I should have learned how to sense power levels a long time ago. A Namek village. I'd expect to find a Dragon Ball.
The village in question hosts about 25 Namekians, and with Vegeta on the horizon, they better hope someone is in line to save them.
It's an invader.
Which one of you is the Elder? I'm here for the Dragon Ball. If you have it, get it. How rude!
I am the Elder. What use do you have for the Dragon Ball?
That's my business, old man.
But I cannot give you what you are seeking. Only those who are worthy may claim the Dragon Ball.
Wrong.
Wrong answer.
Hey! I was gonna say that. With the insolent Elder causing problems for Vegeta, he tries to smite him where he stands. A brave Namekian gives his life to save his elder, but this is only the first of many that will fall. But first, they try to take the fight to the Saiyan Prince.
He's gone!
We've already learned that Vegeta does not go down easily. A lesson the Namekians will have to find out the hard way. Breaking free from his rubble tomb, Vegeta fires rocks at the villagers, before another foolishly brave villager steps up to the plate, and he, along with 98% of the village, is wiped from existence. Tackles another villager head on. Only the grieving elder remains, and even though he's seen everyone and everything he loves vanish, he still will not give Vegeta the whereabouts of the Dragon Ball, so his fate is sealed as well.
You savage! You killed them all!
Just down to you and me, old man. You ready to tell me where the Dragon Ball is yet?
No, you'll never find it!
Oh, you think not, do you? We'll see. Don't ever try to stop me.
Wow, okay, I get it. Vegeta's not good with his home planet being wiped from history, but attacking an innocent village and killing everyone in it, man, woman, or child, sure is a stark contrast from the last couple of kills. Vegeta's rampage soon comes to an end, though, when he bites off more than he can chew in a battle with Zarbon. Zarbon's normal form may be weaker than Vegeta, but as his reptilian self, he's just as strong.
What? You only saw the beauty side of me before. I introduced you to the beast!
Maybe a tad stronger, actually. Come on, that was a low blow. Another low blow. Man, Zarbon plays dirty. He manages to get the best of Vegeta, smashing him through the air, into the ground, and into a new ocean. Somehow, though, Vegeta does survive by the skin of his teeth and is later found by Zarbon, who takes him back to Frieza's spaceship, where he's placed into the medical machine to heal before they torture him.
So you're still alive after all. Lucky for me. I guess it's not such a lucky thing for you now, is it? I'm going to have so much fun making you talk.
Overseeing Vegeta's care is Apul, a mid-ranking soldier in Frieza's army. Not that he's any good, though, because Vegeta's condition is still critical.
At this rate, he'll never recover. Looks to me like the high and mighty Prince Vegeta really isn't so mighty, is he? gonna really enjoy watching Zarbon torture you to death. I'm gonna go take a little break. Just promise you'll sit tight till I get back.
Laugh all you want to, fool. We all know that you shouldn't poke the bear, especially if that bear is a Saiyan bear. Just like that, Apul is annihilated and Vegeta is once again at full strength. And as he said earlier in his battle with Dodoria, as a Saiyan, the more formidable the opponent and the closer you come to death, the stronger Vegeta becomes. So, with his newfound strength, he sets out to reclaim his lost Dragon Ball that is now in the hands of Krillin.
It was a gift from the eldest Namek. Hey, Bulma. So where's Gohan? I want to take the two of you to meet Guru.
The little squirt went off to find another Dragon Ball.
Oh no! A huge power level coming right for us.
Just Gohan.
It's not Gohan. It's Vegeta!
You have just what I'm looking for. Hand over the Dragon Ball or die.
Realizing he's missing from the medical machine, Zarbon is hot on Vegeta's tail, which leads to another epic showdown, one that isn't quite so successful for Zarbon. Although he survives the first onslaught, his reptilian form is now no match for Vegeta, even if Zarbon doesn't exactly agree.
You'll never defeat me while I'm in this form, Vegeta.
You're wrong! I can kill you in any form, Zarbon!
Not so sure now, are we, Zarbon? There's still a bit of time to beg for mercy, though. Not that it matters.
I was just following orders. Please don't kill me.
Does it sound like you're begging for your life after all?
It would be a team.
The blue-blooded beast has finally been brought to his knees, and Vegeta is once again back on track to gathering the Dragon Balls. Let's just take a breath in the middle of all this non-stop Namekian nautical nonsense to see how healthy Vegeta's kill count is looking. So far, we've seen him take down a royal regime, implode a planet, kill innocent civilians, Cybermen, and villagers, all whilst he weaves his way through the treacherous Frieza Force. Not bad, but with only 5,922 kills to his name, we've barely scratched beneath this Saiyan surface. And believe me, the next collection of kills puts a stamp on Vegeta being one of the most ruthless killers of all time. There's a little break though as Vegeta readies himself for the battles ahead, but it's not long before he's back to doing what he does best, and the next target in his sights is Goldo. I know most of you will know, but for those of you who don't, Goldo is part of a special group within the Frieza Force called the Ginyu Force. Basically, they're meant to be the super elite when it comes to warriors. Goldo doesn't look the part, but his psychic powers make up for what he lacks in demeanor. It's not long before the Ginyu Force crosses paths with Vegeta, and by the way, Vegeta currently has a temporary alliance with Gohan and Krillin. You know, common enemy, strength in numbers, all that jazz.
Fine, have Vegeta. Better make sure he's still breathing when you bring him back to Frieza.
We are the Ginyu Force! And don't forget it or you'll regret it.
Not exactly what I'd expect from super elite warriors, but okay. Goldo steps up to take care of Gohan and Krillin so the rest of the Ginyu Force can cleanly deal with Vegeta.
Why don't you go ahead and take your turn first?
I suppose that is the best thing to do. We gotta get the trash out of the way so we have plenty of room to crush Vegeta.
One thing I've forgotten to mention though is Goldo's powers. He can, for some reason, just stop time. Even as a kid, I was like, what? Why? Anyway, it's not as OP as it sounds, shockingly, because he can only do it when he's holding his breath. Good thing he can't hold it that long then, huh?
What? They're gone. Hey, they're some quick little buggers, aren't they? Now I got them. There's just one problem. Can't hold my breath.
Stopping time is one thing, but he's also got telekinetic powers, which he uses to trap Gohan and Krillin in a web of psychic energy. After trapping the pair, Goldo plans to decapitate them using a sharp spear-like tree trunk. Bit dramatic, but yeah, why not?
Time to die!
The spear now speeding towards them, Vegeta intervenes and in one swoop poetically ends Goldo's existence, saving the two trapped warriors.
Oh, cheated. I was supposed to be just me against those two.
There's no such thing as fair or unfair in battle.
Do you really think you'll get away with this, the stupid monkey? I belong to the Ginyu Force.
Not anymore.
I guess you could say that Goldo really lost his head in that fight. That'll teach him for getting ahead of himself. I am going to jump off a bridge! The Ginyu Force flees, licking their wounds after losing a key member. They'll be facing way more casualties though, and when Goku lands on Namek, he more or less sets up Vegeta to finish Birder.
You want to dance or fight?
Not saying Vegeta isn't impressive, but man, Goku's just the GOAT for a reason, isn't he? He makes easy work of Birder. Although unlike Vegeta, he wants to spare his life.
I'd get out of here.
Don't be a fool! He's destroyed more men than you can count!
Remember, Vegeta? We let you go on Earth. They deserve the same chance.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's good. I've never seen anything like it. Now that's one bad dude.
See, even Dice with the ropey Aussie accent thinks he's cool. But before anything can be said or done about Birder, Vegeta jumps into action.
Hey, stop! Vegeta, that's enough!
You'd think by now I'd be a bit desensitized to it all, but nah, Vegeta's still frackin' brutal. For his next kill, I gotta take you back a little to go forward. What did I even mean by that? Basically, before all this with Birder, Goku defeated Raccoon with one brutal elbow.
I saw an opening that seemed to scream out attacks, so I did.
Not a very dignified way to get knocked out, though. Back over with Vegeta after his outburst on Birder, he then puts Raccoon out of his misery as well. Big ol' butt burnt to a crisp. So that's 3 of the Ginyu Force down, 2 to go. However, settling the score with them isn't the priority for Vegeta. Instead, he heads straight for a Frieza stronghold where he believes the Dragon Balls are being kept. Seeing the post as a low-level threat, Vegeta targets Frieza's guards, the same guards who mocked him many moons ago.
It looks like Frieza's out on the town. It's going to be easier than I thought.
10 guards killed in the space of 13 seconds takes Vegeta's tally up to 5,935. He sure means business, and there are more guards inside that stronghold.
What was that explosion?
It's Vegeta!
Seems like his recent behavior is now stuff of legend, as the guards who used to laugh in his presence now tremble in fear. There's always one tough guy, though, who just has to go and get himself killed. One dead idiot soon becomes 2, and an unfortunate crocodilian guard gets caught in the crossfire. They make better slices of Swiss cheese now than guards, and the rest of the grunts, for once, do the wise thing and try to get the hell out of there.
Don't tell me that you're afraid of me. Look, I'd even come unarmed. Takes care of them.
Well, it was the smartest thing they could do under the circumstances, wasn't it? You can't fight them, so you better make a break for it. Guess they didn't know Vegeta had ki blasts that can go around walls, or they were just praying anyway. Another 11 guards fall victim to Vegeta's onslaught, taking his overall total to 5,946. Vegeta's hunt for the Dragon Balls plows on, but it turns out that to unlock them and grant his wish, there is a certain password needed. A password which Vegeta does not have, but Goku and Co. do. So he releases the balls to them in hopes that they'll let the password slip, which he can then use himself. In the meantime, though, Jeice is posing a threat to both Gohan and Krillin, so Vegeta decides to take on another Ginyu member himself.
How about you pick on somebody your own size?
Their fist fight breaks out over open water, with Jeice drowning in punches.
Vegetable breath, where exactly were you hiding?
I guess it goes to show you how behind the times you're used to Ginyu technology.
Not believing Vegeta's true strength, the pair park their fight whilst Jeice uses his scouter to assess the situation. Newsflash, mate! Vegeta isn't the type to lie about his own strength. Unless he's lying to himself, that is.
Take a look at your scouter.
And then you'll realize what you're up against.
But just to humor you, I'll check it again and see if I even get a reading. Impossible! No!
And you're much weaker.
Still rocked to his core, Jace fires everything he's got at Vegeta. Spoiler alert, it will not be enough.
What? Are you telling me you're a Super Saiyan?
That's right, amigo. I'm your worst nightmare.
I will defeat you!
Oh, hold on. Jace's Ki Blast can also curve around walls. Maybe Vegeta isn't that special. Who am I kidding? He'd kill me for saying that.
Oh, Jace, when will you ever learn you don't stand a chance against me, huh? I'm really tired of wasting my time toying with you.
He tries his best, but there's nothing the Space Aussie can do to stop the oncoming onslaught. Just like the rest of his Ginyu crew, he succumbs to the strength of the Saiyan Prince.
Vegeta! No!
Vegeta's violence claims another soul, and the poor guy literally goes up in a puff of smoke. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a full house as Captain Ginyu evades death, yet somehow ends up croaking.
I don't believe this.
There's a big old jump to Vegeta's next kill, so I'll give you a quick rundown about the time in between. Vegeta's fixation on the Dragon Balls soon fades, and Goku comes face to face with and seemingly kills Frieza, becoming Super Saiyan in the process. Vegeta's new obsession is becoming the strongest warrior in the universe, aka being stronger than Goku. Whilst he's training, the Z Fighters are warned that specially built android super fighters are on their way to Earth to destroy it forever. And after 3 years, they finally arrive.
What's up with you two? Hey, back up!
Okay, that's not what I expected them to look like when I first heard Trunks predict their arrival. But, hey, can't judge a book and all that. Now, normally, these robots would be no match for full-strength Goku, but a heart virus plagues him and makes him far easier to defeat in battle.
Something's wrong.
Darn, what's wrong? Can't give up! I don't believe it! Goku's backing off!
Daddy, it's that virus! It's attacking his heart right now!
Not even becoming Super Saiyan can save him in this battle against the merciless machine, Android 19. With his virus raging on, Goku reverts back to his original form, making things even easier for the beastly bucket of bolts.
Oh no, Dad!
He changed back! Man, that's not good!
Normally, heroic theatrics aren't his style, but when a fellow Saiyan needs him, Vegeta has a knack for showing up.
Nobody kills Kakarot while I'm around. Destiny has reserved that pleasure for me.
Well, to be fair, he's only returned to Earth because he feels he's worthy of a showdown with Goku, but in his current state, I'd probably give Goku a run for his money, so. For now, though, the androids will suffice, and he turns his attention to 19.
I was watching your battle with Kakarot. Oh well, if I can't blast you away, I'll have to pound you into a pulp.
You know some of my moves. I know all of your moves, Vegeta.
Sorry to interrupt, but how disturbing is that android's voice? Like, nothing like the abridged one, that's for sure. Dr. Gero didn't just design that android to destroy Earth, he also designed it to give me nightmares. Anyway, if Goku can't ascend to being Super Saiyan, I guess Vegeta will make do.
You gotta be kidding me!
Not him, too.
You know who joined the Super Saiyan Club?
I don't really think he suits the blonde hair. I don't know. I know. Leak and Key makes that happen, but like, it's the late 90s Eminem thing he's got going on that does not feel right for me.
Just as I thought, you're nothing. Do you really think you have a chance against a Super Saiyan like me? What a pity.
Now that feels right. Right in the computer's kisser, that is. Vegeta takes the fight to 19, who's left scrambling, dumbfounded at the strength of his new enemy.
Get out of here!
The machine designed to destroy Earth was never going to go down that easily, though, and Vegeta senses he'll have to put every ounce of his perilous training to the test.
Oh, yes, I have you now. I will have all of your energy.
Yeah, sure, cool, take his energy. But whilst you're at it, could you please take his voice? Bro, put this dude out of his misery. Don't know if you can tell, but I'm really not a fan of the androids. And they are not a fan of losing. And 19 runs away like a bloated, spoiled brat.
Enough! Don't be absurd! You've come here to destroy us!
Man, what power!
Well, the crying and the running isn't enough to stop Vegeta from pulling the trigger, and that's yet another thing pulled from existence by his hand. Short while later in the series, a few other androids appear on Earth, 16, 17, and 18 respectively, and it's with the latter where our next few kills come from. Yeah, I said a few, because whilst Vegeta and 18 do go toe-to-toe, it's some innocent bystanders that pay the ultimate price. They take their battle to a busy Earth road and begin hopping from car to car before ending up on a truck.
What's wrong? Battery's getting low.
Their battle soon spills out though, and the car behind the truck they're on is just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then an oncoming driver meets the same fate when swerving away from the fighting duo. Deep in the fighting zone, Vegeta refuses to move out of the way of another car, and this one forgets to swerve. Didn't his mom teach him to look both ways? It's no laughing matter, really. Innocent people are needlessly losing their lives. Yeah, okay, I guess you could say without Vegeta, the whole planet would be destroyed, but you know, you get what I'm saying.
That's the last time you get away from me!
When they finally come to a break on a less busy road, their battle is once again interrupted by a driver, but this one is driving a huge truck.
Laughed at me for the last time, android!
What are you doing in the middle of the road? I got a truckload of paper clips I gotta get unloaded.
Any last words before I blast you?
Take your best shot. That was just so poor. Your aim was off.
One question I have in all this is, what's gonna happen to the undelivered paper clips? See, that's why you always watch this channel, guys. I ask the most important question. Another 4 needless deaths takes Vegeta total count up to 5,952 and rising. After Vegeta's main course of battling Android 18 and losing, there's once again another decent-sized break between Vegeta's kills. In that time, the androids become less of a problem and are either dealt with, or in the case of 17 and 18, swap sides and become protectors of Earth. In their place, another big bad emerges in the form of Babidi, an evil wizard who wants to revive Majin Buu to take over the universe. So when the gang, including a recovered Goku, head to Babidi's ship to stop him from unleashing Buu once again, Vegeta is met by one of his henchmen, Pui Pui.
You, the most powerful fighter alive? That kind of arrogance will get you killed.
Don't underestimate him.
Hey, calm down. Let's just let Vegeta take it from here.
Are you sure?
I remember when I thought Kui was cocky. For a guy with a name that sounds like a broken gun, Pui Pui sure has an ego.
And every ounce of energy you lose as I pound you will be absorbed by this room.
Well, I guess that's unfortunate then. You won't be able to hurt me. You won't be able to steal my energy.
When you fight Pui Pui, death is a certainty.
Got his own catchphrase and everything.
This guy is really annoying.
And whilst I do agree with Vegeta, you can't take anything for granted. He could be the real deal for all he knows. He found that out the hard way with Goku and Zarbon earlier in the series. Either way, Vegeta's ready once more for an all-out battle.
You're mine! Huh?
Is that an all-out battle? This is like a man against a boy here. Brother, my grandma could give Vegeta a better fight. She's like a 6th dan in karate. Using his magic ball to watch the action unfold, Babidi can't believe that one of his most loyal henchmen is getting schooled by a nobody. So to even the odds, he transports Pui Pui and Vegeta to Pui Pui's home planet, where the gravity's 10 times stronger than Earth's, in hopes that it'll even the playing field, maybe.
Welcome to my home planet. I've won many great battles here. My planet is very different from yours. It's the gravity, 10 times stronger than Earth. You won't leave here alive.
If this was 500 times gravity, you might have an advantage. I don't even feel it.
Enough!
Yeah, the only problem with that is Vegeta frequently trains at a gravity level 500 times greater than that of Earth. Not even all of Babidi's magic can save Pui Pui now.
I'm amazed that Babidi would send us such a weakling.
A great magician never reveals his secrets, and Vegeta magically makes Pui Pui vanish into thin air. Pretty cool of him to do it on home soil, though. Babidi sees this act of cold callousness and decides to add Vegeta to his collection of peerless warriors by using his magical powers to take control of Vegeta's mind.
This one is nothing like the others. What a beautiful, arrogant, selfish piece of work. Oh my, look how uptight he is.
Can you imagine the energy he'll create when he turns on the others?
Let's do it!
At first, there's a struggle, but when Vegeta realizes that Babidi's magic could be the key to finally beating Goku, becoming more powerful, he lets the Dark Wizard do as he pleases. Babidi preys on the darkness within Vegeta and unlocks his Majin form. For so long, Vegeta has tried to battle on the side of good, but his impure heart costs him everything. With his path to darkness now clear, Vegeta once again sets his sights on fighting Goku, and Babidi has the perfect battleground, the World Martial Arts Tournament on Earth. The stadium is packed to the rafters with martial arts fans waiting, wanting to see the best of the best fight. Problem with that is Goku doesn't want to fight Vegeta, especially as he's kind of grown a soft spot for him in the recent years.
Vegeta, no! No!
Blocking Vegeta's blast can only last so long, though. Goku has to let go at some point, and when he does, a whole section of the packed crowd become targets. I may have undersold just how powerful Vegeta is. His Ki Blast rips through the city, killing thousands. But despite the heavy bloodshed, Goku still refuses to fight Vegeta. So the Majin Maniac tries to tease Goku into battle. How, you ask? He keeps on killing.
Is it slavery when you get what you want?
Okay, look, this would be totally cool to look at, but did it really take half the stadium to be destroyed for the fans to evacuate? Like, I'm just saying. That's actually Vegeta's last set of kills in the series, shockingly. But we might as well finish things up here. He goes on to fight Goku, but when the realization sets in that he's giving Babidi everything he needs to revive Majin Buu, and that those he cares about will almost certainly die, Vegeta takes destiny into his own hands to defeat Buu, sacrificing everything.
You look tasty!
You are a fool! I am going to crush you! Trunks, Bulma, I do this for you. Even for you, Kakarot.
Vegeta!
One of the Earth's greatest warriors has vanished in a blinding flash of light.
The devastation caused by Vegeta's mind control chaos cannot be understated. And in terms of his kill count, it quadruples his number of kills from 5,693 to 20,226, including himself. But don't worry, we still got a bit more Vegeta action. As you know, Vegeta ends up back in the land of the living after the Namekian Dragon Balls were used to restore Earth and all of its good guys.
Lucky dog. Guess what else? The evil people weren't wished back. You're a good guy.
The universe is a much more interesting place with the Vegeta in it. It's time now, though, to shoot on over to Dragon Ball GT, where another person who was meant to be dead makes an astonishing return. Yuppers, the Saiyan Brute Nappa is back. After years of wandering through hell, a rift was ripped open by one of those pesky androids for him to climb through. However, I don't think his trip back to the mortal realm will be long, as Vegeta is looming.
This idiot who knows only how to destroy. Bald-headed buffoon. I recommend you split town, Nappa, immediately. Unless you want to be killed by me again.
In all fairness to Nappa, there's no actual town left. Vegeta's new look is of a man thousands of times stronger than when they first battled, so I can't imagine this going well for Nappa at all.
You completely lost control of yourself.
Yeah, that went as expected. That's also it when it comes to kills for Vegeta in Dragon Ball GT. So now it's time to talk about movies, going way back to the time Vegeta was just a young prince on his home planet, in Bardock, the father of Goku. Because even then, he was a king at killing. As we've already seen, Vegeta knows how to take down the vicious vegetables known as the Cybermen, and here is where it all started.
That's Prince Vegeta. He's the best.
That damage wasn't enough to finish them off, then a concentrated ki blast sure will.
Unbelievable!
I told you.
I don't know what I expected Vegeta to be like as a kid, but whatever I was expecting, it wasn't that. The next opponent Vegeta strikes down is from the Super Android 13 movie. Basically, Dr. Gero, as we know, made a bunch of androids to destroy Earth, and he made even more. This time, androids 13, 14, and 15 have specifically been designed to destroy Goku. And when the gear-filled gang does take him on, Vegeta has his back and brings the fight to 15. He sure is a tough little guy, I'll give him that. Well, Vegeta does not let me down in the end, as he short-circuits the robot runt similarly to how he took down Goldo. Wait for it. So with that final kill, Vegeta's total kill count comes out to a staggering 20,246, made up of 18,511 butchered Earthlings, 1,660 ugly Arleans, 35 Elder Lovin' villagers, 21 frightened guards of Frieza, 6 savage Cybermen, 4 Ginyu goofballs, 4 Frieza freaks, 2 bald brutes, 2 buckets of bolts, and a partridge in a pwee-pwee. It's crazy that these are just on-screen kills too. We know for a fact that he was a part of the Frieza Force. Vegeta often took out whole planets. His likely kill count is in the millions. But the funny thing is, Vegeta is still nowhere near some other characters who are even colder blooder killers. Like these guys popping up on your screen right now. Give them a click if you want to see how many bodies they managed to rack up.